Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Spiggs Gaming, and tonight I'm going to be playing Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, The First Cases, Chapter 5. Don't you love it how, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, so I just kind of zoom, like, right through it, because I don't know how to say it. Christy, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Okay, so I checked everything. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Okay. So I checked everything. You all should be able to hear. Now, let me unmute it. Now, I checked everything. Everything should be good. Should be able to hear it now, hopefully. Let's see. New, nothing. Why nothing? Investigate the murder. No duh, but what am I doing?
Good morning, Detective. You slept well?
I'm afraid I did not. I was hoping for at least a moment of pleasant slumber, but alas, it was not to be. Finding the Major's killer is the only thing that will put my mind at ease.
In that case, Detective, what can I do to help?
While watching the snow fall last night, I swear I saw the silhouette of a figure standing in the garden. No, we all saw it. I promise.
In that snow? If someone was out there, we'd have another body on our hands.
I realize how strange it sounds.
Yeah.
I would not believe it myself if I had not seen it with my own eyes.
I like the voice actor for him. He's good.
Staff have reported seeing things in the dark before, but it always just turns out to be shadows. It was likely just your mind playing tricks.
Thank you for your patronage.
I forgot I did that. I forgot I made that a sound. Thank you for your patronage. Oh, Travis, thank you for letting me get the stream. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. It scared me. I saw that come up. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I just hear SpongeBob's voice. I know. I loved it. I found this site online that you can get like all these different like sound effects and stuff. And one of them was that, and I'm like, that is perfect.
I'm afraid our Lizzie
I keep forgetting he doesn't say it.
I think the events of yesterday were too much for her. We'll have to just make do without her this morning.
Wait, who are we talking about?
As Wordsworth once stated, rest and be thankful. Perhaps a chance of peace and relaxation will work wonders.
I'd also like to speak with Madame Bandenbosch at her earliest convenience.
She is currently eating breakfast alone in the dining room. It's how she prefers it. But if you wish to speak with her now...
It is important I speak with her, but perhaps it is better to allow her to finish. I do not wish to upset her before I have even asked my first question. I could perhaps investigate the garden for any evidence of the figure from last night. The garden? I'm doing okay. Would you permit me to access... My brain stopped. Would you permit me to access to... What am I saying here? Would you permit me access to the house's telephone? Oh, this game is really fun. It's really fun. It is difficult because you have to like look at every single little thing, and I mean fine-tooth comb in every single room, because something, you will more than likely miss something.
I would, but
Your first time playing, so then you gotta go back to a room.
The snow continued through the night and must have damaged them. Even if we could use the telephone, I don't think anyone would be able to reach us.
Happy birthday, or It's not belated, but like what it's belated, it's for after your birthday, correct? Or belated means before. I've had a migraine for like all day, so so basically, even if we could use the telephone, I don't think anyone would be able to reach us.
In that case, it will be up to myself alone to solve the case.
Oh boy.
I'll let you know if anything changes. But until some of the snow clears, enough for the carriages to arrive, we are snowed in.
No. Yay. Do we have enough food? Yeah. Although I am not able to call upon or leave the house to find help from the local authorities, it also means none of the guests are able to leave. Yeah, ooh, that's good. I have until the snow clears to find not only Mademoiselle Angeline's blackmail, but also the Major's killer. The Major's body.
Taken care of. Master Demir and his brother, after sobering up, helped me move him into the cellar. Best place for the time being.
I don't know if moving the man's body to the cellar was a good idea, but okay.
Très bien. I imagine there is no reason for anyone to go down there.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Besides me, no one. Once this snow clears, we will be able to move him from the house.
Oh, that's creepy.
Your assistance has been most valuable as always.
Again, the guy is like a really good voice actor who plays him. Dang it, not F. Why can't I? There. Nothing. Inspect the garden, talk to Cassandra. Okay. I'm gonna inspect the garden first. Wait, no! Who's this? Oh, Angeline!
Good morning, Detective. I hope you were comfortable last night.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. The room was more than pleasant, merci. I'm afraid my mind was not in a state to enjoy it to its full potential, though.
Right, though? Like, it is, like, tampering with evidence, but they didn't have tampering with evidence back then, you know? Like we have now. We have, like, oh, don't touch the body because we can get, because we can scan the body for DNA of the person who killed them or something like that, you know? Or, like, fingerprints, fingerprinting and shoe imprints and stuff like, stuff that I've watched a lot of crime shows. Man, that shows.
I can't imagine any of us slept soundly last night.
Yeah, especially if you saw the weird guy. The weird guy. It was the guy, because I saw the outline of the guy outside. It was the guy. But yeah, the guy outside in the snow.
Hopefully guilt will be weighing heavily on someone's shoulders this morning.
Yep. Perhaps on more than one set.
I'm sorry if I was not much help last night, Detective.
On the contrary, your inside knowledge of the guests was of great help to my investigation. But there are many more questions that require answers.
I am currently on chapter 5. I have no idea how long it is. I normally play a chapter in each stream, so although last stream I played chapter 3 and like a quarter of chapter 4 because chapter 3 was ridiculously short. What were your feelings towards the towards the Major's position in the house?
His position? You mean about him living here?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Oui, even in a house this size, you must see a lot of each other.
Yeah.
I enjoyed having him here. When I was away with Gideon, it was comforting to know Maman was not alone. Although his work with Mr. Da Silva has kept him away from the house of late.
What can you tell me about their relationship, working or otherwise?
There is not much to tell, only that there is no love lost between them.
It was basically just like gathering up everybody's alibis and statements for for what happened. And it was, I basically did nothing. I just kept going back and forth between each person. Do you know what their business entailed?
He was always quite private about his work. I know that he was helping Mr. Da Silva with some safety matters.
That sounds fishy.
I found a check addressed to the Major from Monsieur Da Silva. It noted security consulting.
Ah, that's right, security. With his military training, he helped Mr. Da Silva prepare for any trouble with the strikes.
Although the Major's death has taken precedence, there has been a development in the blackmail case.
A development? Oh, detective, I knew I could count on you.
It may not be the news you had wished for, though. Another letter has been found.
Addressed to me? I don't know how much more I can take of this.
Yeah, that'd be very hard.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle. Although it has been written in the same manner, using similar phraseology, it was not sent for your eyes, rather the Major's. Or at least that is how it seems.
I'm sorry, detective, I don't understand. It is addressed to him or not?
I found it in the Major's study yesterday while conducting my preliminary search. Whether he is the author of the letter or the recipient, I am still yet to discover.
Could the Major have been behind the blackmail? Okay.
No, he could not do that.
You did not hesitate for a moment.
Why would he do such a thing? And then to send a letter to himself. It just doesn't make sense.
Throw us off the scent? Make it very complicated for us, like a number of
Merci
possibilities?
for your time, mademoiselle. You are to a detective what an umbrella is to a traveler on a wet day.
What? What? Does that make sense to anybody else? I stinking cannot wait for RE9. It is going to be so good. I can't wait. Part of me wants to play it in first person, but the other part of me wants to play it in third because I'm like, I don't know if I could play it in first person because I'm scared.
Useful?
Exactement.
Okay. I don't know what to do cuz I mean, it looks fun, but in third person it does look very scary. So the problem that I have is that they even said it, like the creators of the game even said it, that that in third person, Grace will actually, when she gets scared, she will actually stumble and like kind of fall for a second and then like get back up as she's like trying to run. That's the problem that I have with playing in third person, because that will slow you down, you know? And if you're in first person, she doesn't do that, obviously. So, but I saw this thing online that said that the writers of the game literally came out and said that we don't know what we don't know if this is scary or not until other people play it, because we've made so many of these games that we don't know what is quote unquote scary anymore to people. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? You're playing in first person with the lights off and turned. No, I'm playing it sitting right here, studio lights on me, bright as heck in this room, and people here with me, even though they can't do anything, I will still know that that other people are there. And apparently, there are no safe rooms in the game. No safe rooms. That was like the saving grace of any of the other Resident Evil games. It's like, oh, I'm getting overwhelmed. I'll just go to a safe room and calm down for a second. No. No. They'll give you a light. A little light in a hallway. And the person that's chasing you doesn't like light. But if you go back to the same section, like the same, what's it called? The same spot throughout the house, if you go to the same spot with light, then the person will like the being that's chasing you will ultimately break the light so you can't go there anymore. Now I'm getting all amped up for the game. I haven't seen too much about it. I only saw the very first trailer when you saw the remnants of Raccoon City, which, what? Raccoon City? We're going back there to the RPD. We're going back there and gonna see the ruins. That's gonna be awesome. Well, I don't really care if I know too much, I just haven't watched it. I have no idea. That's what I saw in a trailer, and someone commented and said that they watched an interview with the writers or the creators or something, where they said that. And I'm like, that is so stupid. Finding evidence of the figure from last night will on one hand confirm I am not seeing things as Monsieur Sterling suggested, but on the other hand pose even more questions that must be answered. He would be frozen by now because I've been talking. Expensive lighter? A well-made lighter with the insignia of a military regiment? The major must have dropped it. They're not gonna pick it up? Okay, inspect the garden. I don't know where the garden is anymore. He would not be out here in just this. Yeah, checkpoints would be good. Yeah, I want a lot of snow. I like snow. I don't like being out in snow, but I like the look of snow. Garden tools. What? How can you tell? Garden tools have been left out presumably before the snow fell. Okay. That's nothing. Okay, can I go around it? Like, excuse me. Nothing. I can't tell what's the garden anymore. It's all just snow. It has almost disappeared in the snow. I doubt we will see too many birds in these conditions. Well, yeah. I'm not seeing anything. How can he tell? Milk bottles, how would you tell? They must have been left out for collection. I cannot see anyone making it through the snow, though. Okay, I've been over there. Wait, can I go around? I didn't even check because I started going around there. Can I go around? Okay, I can't go around. I like, though, that it, No, but in the Nancy Drew games, we always had to make sure she had a coat on. Of course, there was the one time she had her coat stolen. Oh, come on. Why can't I get to anything? I feel like they've like moved the place, like changed it a lot, because all this wasn't here. I know it's been. Oh wait, faint footprints. How the heck did I not know that? There is a small trail of footprints in the snow. The major was seen walking around here yesterday. It is actively snowing. Faint footprints wouldn't be out right now. Okay, what if I do? Oh, I said F again. Dang it. I can make a link.
Come, my little gray cell.
Yeah.
Order and method. That
Has to be connected.
this will not get me.
Why? How is that connected?
Magnifique.
One can't be surprised with Angeline and Felix's bond. He's been a figure in her life for so long. Angeline attached to the major. Okay, no more there. Nothing there, nothing there. So, no links. But wait a minute. I have inspect the garden. I can't inspect the garden when I can't find the garden. I don't even know which one's the garden. I don't see anything here I need to look at. I think this is the garden, but I have no idea. Nothing here. I like the snow sound of, like the sound of him walking through the snow. Sounds cool. Garden tools? No garden tools. Stop it. Okay, Travis, thank you so much for the donation. Hope you can stop by tomorrow. Why can't I go over there? I don't get it. Try not to, but you know, he might. He might. Okay, there has to be something that I'm just like overlooking entirely. Fallen bird feeder. Looked at that. Looked at that. Nothing there. Well, this is annoying. Why can't he... They wouldn't have changed the house this much. Wait. Oh, wait. No, that's garden tools. Why would it have me click there? No. That's a... tease? I don't understand. Forgot to ask, can you guys hear this? Probably should have asked that before I got going. Exit is impossible? The house is completely snowed in. It does not look like we shall be going anywhere anytime soon. The snow must have fallen and I am hardly dressed for the occasion. Perhaps Madame Benenbosch has finished her breakfast and is ready to answer my questions. Oh. Wait, that worked? Okay, good. Just want to make sure, because you know what happened last week. Inspect the garden. So that's what I had to do. I had to... Nope, salon, no. Not the salon. Dining room. There we go. Well, I must speak with Madame Bosch. I should also take this opportunity to talk to Mademoiselle Rihanna in the kitchen. Okay. Oh, this is cool. I haven't been in here. Oh god, here we go.
Bonjour, madame. May I offer my condolences for your loss?
Can't put the lid on. There we go. I couldn't put the lid on the soda.
Thank you, Detective, but they are not necessary. What can I do for you?
Wow.
I was hoping you would be prepared to answer some questions.
If I must.
Why would someone want to kill the Major?
I'm sure you're aware he was not the easiest man to get along with. His hot temper made him a number of foes.
Interesting.
A hot temper is reason enough to kill a man.
His mouth often acted before his brain. Perhaps someone had grown tired of dealing with it.
That's interesting. You suggested why someone might kill him, but who do you believe would do it?
Seeing as I heard Mr. Becker's in what I would describe as an unnecessarily loud exchange of words yesterday, he would be my first suspect.
Interesting.
You heard them yourself.
How could I not? The volume they were shouting at, I could hear them from the study in my room.
I didn't hear it.
You did not think it fitting to tell me this yesterday?
I didn't think Felix was going to wind up dead and a murderer loose in my house. My apologies, Detective.
Oh, lady. Although I must learn more of this argument, it is not Madame that I expect the answers to come from, rather Monsieur Becker's. He has a great deal of explaining to do. A letter was found in the Major's study.
I assume you are talking about the supposed blackmail letter.
How would you know about it?
Oui, madame. You know of it?
It arrived shortly after the first. Rather coincidental, if you ask me.
What?
I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say, madame.
He no doubt had secrets hidden away. But do you honestly think Felix had anything of value to his name worth threatening him for?
Perhaps you should enlighten me.
Well, he was here, living in my house, eating my food, prepared by my staff. Does that answer your question, Detective?
Right? How do you think the Major came to have the letter?
I wouldn't put it past him to have written it himself, in the hopes of getting some sympathy from me.
And the other letters?
He probably wrote those too. If Angeline paid the first, that would have given him the money to pay the second letter. He is the White Knight, saves the day, and expects to live here happily ever after.
So she thinks that he was the blackmailer. Interesting. I did not expect Madame Bosch to be so blunt with her thoughts towards the Major. I was under the impression there was more to their friendship, not less. It is quite the nefarious plan that Madame has laid out for the Major. I'm not sure I could believe he would go to such levels of deceit. I'm sure that Mademoiselle Angeline will have an opinion on the matter. I'd ask you about Monsieur da Silva.
What is it you wish to know?
You two have been friends for some time now. And while I do not mean to pry, has your relationship only...
If you are trying to insinuate that Mr. De Silva and I are running around like schoolchildren, you could not be further from the truth. He was friends with my husband, for goodness sake.
Dang.
Oui, I understand they worked together. Investments, if I am correct.
Mr. De Silva was the voice of reason that my husband should have listened to more often, instead of throwing our money at businesses that were already on the verge of bankruptcy.
Merci,
Interesting.
madame. I shall not bother you any further.
Okay, I'm gonna look around the room. I wonder how many travel expeditions have been planned while enjoying the contents of the globe. Just want to look at everything before I move on to the next room. I think I need to talk to everybody.
Oh,
Madame Vennebache's collection of art extends further than just paintings. Wait, what was that?
aha.
The fallen snow has laid a beautiful white blanket over the countryside that surrounds the house. Yeah.
Aha.
Collection extends fast. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
There's nothing here. Okay. I just want to look at everything before I go anymore. To main hall. Oh, two people are in here. Cool.
Bonjour, Monsieur Damir.
Detective Poirot, how are you?
The truth,
Eh?
monsieur. With each step towards uncovering the blackmailer, I am thrown 2 steps back as to the identity of the Major's killer.
Is there something I can help you with?
After investigating the crime scene, I asked Mr. Sterling to move the body.
Archibald came to me and asked for my help in the matter. My brother and I dealt with it.
Wait. Is he saying that he helped him? That they both did it, but Archibald didn't? The way he said it was, my brother and I dealt with it.
Merci for your help. It is a job that only the professionals should have to undertake.
It's a job that had to be done, although it may have affected my brother more than I.
What's that supposed to mean?
How so?
At the sight of the body, the color drained from his face. Once we had reached the cellar, Zachariah took himself straight off to bed, without even a good night.
While in the study, I noticed the major safe was locked. Would you know who has the access?
Felix and Madame Vandenbosch are the only ones with keys, as far as I'm aware. Oh, and Archibald. I'm sure I heard Felix asking him to return something to it once.
Oh. I wonder why Mr. Sterling did not mention this previously. Uh-oh. Have you spoken with your brother this morning?
I have not seen him since last night. I'm sure he will have been fine after a good night's sleep.
I imagine the alcohol would have acted as a sufficient sleeping aid.
He does not need his younger brother checking in on him.
Perhaps that is exactly what he requires.
I'm not sure what he told you yesterday, Detective, but he's a big boy. He can look after himself.
I worry that may not be the case, monsieur. His time in the war came up in conversation more than once during our conversations.
He's still talking about it? I thought talking to the doctor would have stopped all of that.
Oh.
Merci, monsieur.
Interesting.
Countess, I wonder if I could ask you some questions.
That is it, detective? No small talk? No inflating of one's ego?
I am afraid not, Countess. With the murderer still loose in the house, my mind is rather preoccupied.
Yeah.
Well then, detective, perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Who'd you say this sounded like, Chrissy? What's her name? It's from the Phantom of Venice. What's her name?
Comment, madame?
I thought you might like to know what I found on the Major's body.
I demand to know who gave you permission to see the Major's body.
That certainly piqued your interest.
A man has been murdered, and you find it acceptable to fool around and joke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, please, detective. Do you really think so little of me? Archibald asked for my assistance. He knows of my medical training from my days as a nurse, and I thought I would be able to help. Even if it has been some years.
He didn't tell us that.
It was not his place to grant you access to the body.
I shall remember to keep my assistance to myself next time.
Oh. What did you discover on the body?
A single stab wound, which you no doubt already knew.
Yeah?
The knife was held in their right hand. I would say their predominant hand.
I pride myself on order and method, and this is far from either. A suspect in a murder investigation has examined the very victim that they are suspected of killing. It is like something out of a crime novel.
Judging by the depth of the wound, I would say there was no great force put into the strike. More a sign of defense than attack. If I had to say what weapon was used, a small sharp knife or dagger.
This may confirm my suspicions of the Major's knife being used to kill him. Yeah, that's right. You did say that.
I understand it may be difficult for one to keep such information to yourself, but I ask you to try. Your involvement has already tainted my investigation.
You are welcome, detective.
When my superior officer hears of the goings-on in this house, I will surely be seeing the green fields of the countryside once more. I must do all I can to redeem the reputation I've worked to build, starting with finding the killer.
S'il vous plaît, Comtesse. Keep this information to yourself.
This is the first time we've ever seen him be, like, kinda, like, ticked off, you know? It's just like, this is the only time. It's kind of cool. I could send a gaze into the flames for hours. Can make 2 links here.
I must act on...
Okay, let's see. No.
I cannot see the logic. Some would say...
There we go.
Yes, I would...
Angeline and Cassandra have different impressions of the Major. There must be a reason for this. Talk to Angeline.
I must take a different... Come, my little Grace. I must take a different... The pieces of the puzzle.
I have heard of men returning physically from war, but their minds remain on the battlefield. Talk to Gideon. Talk to Angeline, talk to Gideon, talk to Rihanna. Oh, that's right, he said in the kitchen. That's right. Okay, let me talk to Gideon first, since I'm here.
If it will help you find the Major's killer, of course.
Your brother was seeing a doctor?
When he returned from the war, he was a different man. Everything became about what he had seen.
I cannot speak from experience, but I can only imagine the horrors he must have witnessed.
The first weeks he would wake in the night, screaming. I found him one night, cowering behind a desk in the study. And when I tried to help him out from beneath it, well, that was the first time I had ever feared for my life.
Aww.
That is not why you two are no longer close?
And not at all, Detective. We were always very different in nature. While I had always wanted to follow an academic path, Zachariah was more of a free spirit. Or at least as free as our father and the laws would allow.
And yet, he ended up in the military. Quite the contrast.
Our father demanded that he at least try to do something with his life. And when some of his friends joined the army, he signed up with them.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't long before he moved out from the family home after his return from the army. I always assumed that he had put the war and everything that came with it behind him and was moving on. But now I see that is far from the truth.
That was sad. That is really sad. Dang. Salon. Excuse me, Cassandra. To kitchen. There we go. Oh, this is the first time I've been in here. This is cool. Look at all this. This is nifty. Ooh, cookies? You made cookies? Oh, I want some cookies now.
Bonjour, madame. You must be the wonderful cook.
Wonderful and modest, sir. I am Rihanna.
My taste buds thank you for the ravishing meal last night. It has been some time since I ate so well.
Glad to hear it, sir.
S'il te plaît, madame. A detective is fine.
In that case, mademoiselle is fine for me, and I will ignore your presumption of marriage.
What?
Très bon, mademoiselle.
Meet all characters in the game. Oh, wow. So I've met all the characters. You know, I've been with the Van Bosch family for quite some time.
That's right. I've seen staff come and go, but a house always needs a trustworthy cook.
Yeah?
I agree. But if I was to eat what you prepare every day, I fear I may be the size of La Maison.
Not a bad thing, detective. You could do with some meat on your bones.
Well, with the snow still not clearing, we may be stuck here for the weekend. Perhaps I should look to adjust my pantalon buttons.
I understand you took some ice to the manger
I did.
yesterday.
Monsieur Archie told me what had happened. Bruises can swell fast,
Archie?
so I took him some ice to bring it down.
Strange. My sister only told me it was the major that requested the ice.
How was the major when you saw him?
Grumpy, as always.
I suppose one would not take kindly to being punched as he was.
Punched or not, he was as ungrateful as ever.
I shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
I have gathered all I need from Madame Van Bosch and Rihanna. I should return to the Great Hall. I wonder if it was Archibald, you know? Although that is kind of like a cliche. The butler did it! Talk to Angeline.
Is there something I can help you with, detective?
Your mom did not describe her friendship with the Major in such a positive light.
You have got the wrong end of the stick, detective. Maman has snapped at him recently, but it was nothing more than that. It was something to do with the letter. I heard them in the library before Maman shouted and he stormed out of the room past me.
Could it have been the blackmail letter that instigated their argument?
Why would Maman be upset with him over the letter?
Madame is of a very different opinion from yourself regarding his connection with the letters. She believes him to be the author.
That is what she told you? She has always been one to make a quick, if not rash decision, but she cannot truly believe that.
You weren't there. You know, you didn't hear what she said about him to us. Was the Major aware you had paid the first blackmail letter?
I don't recall telling him directly. I did not want Maman to find out it had been paid. If he knew, surely she would.
Maybe. I mean, he strikes me as the type of person that would keep her secret.
Madame believes he may have been behind all the letters, and taking your payment of the first, then used it to pay the second and be the hero in you and your mother's eyes.
My phone fell. Hang on. There we go.
I never knew Maman had such an imagination. Where would she get a story like that from?
That is a question I was hoping you may be able to answer.
Dang it.
You have met him. Do you really think he's capable of such a devious plan?
I wouldn't put it past him, honestly.
It is a plan only the most crooked and underhanded could create. Is that the Major? I am not so sure.
The more I think on Madame's story, the more ridiculous and obscure it sounds, but that does not mean it can be ruled
I
out.
shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
Okay, so let's go to... Yes.
Order and method. Is there something I am... I cannot see the lot. Things are beginning to become...
I wonder if the blackmail had a greater effect on their relationship than expected. Talk to Angeline. Already did!
Is there something I can help you with, detective?
Was the arrival of the blackmail letter what caused the tension in Madame and the Major's relationship?
I'm afraid it had been that way for some time. Maman is not forthcoming with her emotions, as I'm sure you are aware. But I could tell she had not been happy with their arrangement for the last few months.
What gave you that impression?
Oh, Christie, apparently the creator of the Alex Hill mystery is starting to work on game number 2. But it's actually like pretty far into it, according to the social media post I read. It sounds so good.
There was not one particular thing that she expressed. It was just the way she spoke to him and of him when he wasn't present.
I shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
I believe I have gathered everything that I described. My search only will be able to assist me in gaining access to the major study. Yeah, I cannot wait.
Whatever you need, detective.
That was such a fun game. I wish to inspect the major study again.
Certainly, detective.
The room was still a crime scene and should have remained untouched, but it looks as though it has been ransacked. I requested Master Sloan to have the body wrapped and moved, which has been done, thankfully. What else has gone on in here? Ooh. Look, all the papers, a photograph. The safe! I must admit, side by side, there's a striking resemblance between Mere et Fil. Perhaps such flattery is the way to win over Madame Vandenbosch. Oh, you did? I've only played it the one time I did, but I kind of want to play it again. How strange. The Viscount was also present in the picture, but has been folded out. I did not think there was any hostility between the Major and the late Viscount. Okay, wait, hang on. We were told that Madame Vandenbosch, the Major, and Archibald had keys, so it had to be either Madame Vandenbosch or Mr. Stollery. Archibald. Sorry, I had the mic. How strange, I couldn't access this yesterday, but now it has been left wide open. Scratches are obvious around the lock. Someone in this house, you could see the safe's contents. Okay, that rules out them using a key. I have sealed a letter addressed to Madame Vandenbosch from the Major. I am not one to read others' private mail, but under the circumstances. My dearest Cassandra, it feels as though it has been an age since I have been able to set my eyes on you, a day I have waited for so impatiently. I keep the photograph of us together at the lake close to my heart, always. I cannot wait to see how young Angeline has grown. Her beauty will surely soon reach that of her mother's. I hope the gifts from the Orient reach you fine. They are really something to behold. The work that has kept me away for so long is drawing to a close, and I will be returning to the continent within the month. At your request, I have found accommodation in the city. It pains me to think of being so close and yet unable to be with you every moment, but if it eases your worry, I shall not continue to question it. I will arrange for a visit to the house. An old friend returning will surely raise minimal suspicions. I understand that Viscount is also currently out of country. I hope you have not felt the strain of loneliness take over, and it will not be long until we are reunited. Until that day, until the end of mine, my heart is yours. Wait. So, hang on. Whoa. The Major was seeing Cassandra while she was married to Angeline's dad, the Viscount? Oh, snap. It seems there's a great deal of Madame Benenbosch and the Major's relationship that she has withheld. It is clear from this letter that their affection for one another has been more than that of a friendship for some time. The mention of young Angeline suggests it may go back as far as 20 years. Oh, no. Not good. Everything else seems fine. Let me look at this. I can make a link now.
I must act up. This will not get me any closer to my goal.
Oh, shut up.
I must act on. I cannot see the logic in this.
Oh, there we go. It's like, why isn't it going? The hidden photos of them along with Angeline's attachment to him proves he cared for them deeply. The Major cared about Cassandra and Angeline.
Order and method. I must take a different approach if... Is there something... What a revelation.
I believe the Major would do everything to remain in the comfortable life he's accustomed to, but would he stoop so low as to fake a blackmail letter? I wouldn't put it past him. Honestly, like... Hang on, my phone just messed up. There we go, that was weird. My phone messed up. Address to the Major with no return address. Letter. Someone was obviously looking for something in particular to the Major's documents. These accounts have been thoroughly rifled through. The Major has recently taken out a large loan and the interest rate is astronomical. Oh, I can make a link.
Come, my little Grace. This will not get me any... Order and method. I should not be surprised.
The Major paid the letter that was addressed to him. He must have been worried enough that something would be released to the public, but what? The Major paid the blackmail ransom.
Another success.
The evidence shows the Major was not the author of the blackmail letter. The Major was a victim, just like Mademoiselle Angeline. Whoever it is that is penning these letters knows a great deal about many people. I wonder how many more have received similar letters. The uncertain connection between the Major and the ransom has been resolved. The Major was being blackmailed. The letters were not written by his hand. What remains unresolved is why the Major was being blackmailed. 2 cases of extortion under one roof. The question of their relationship must be asked. The Major's secret is anything but obvious from his letter. I now have a blackmailer and a murderer and their weapon to find. If the correct process is followed, they should all be found swiftly. I should take my leave. This room has already revealed enough new insights into the Madame's and the Major's lives.
Detective Poirot, I have been asked to inform you that Lady Van den Bosch has returned to her room, and she wishes not to be disturbed.
Merci. Madame certainly has mastered the art of subtlety.
They may not be the exact words she used, but I'm sure you can imagine. Excuse me, I have some further duties to attend to in the pantry.
Perhaps I should take this opportunity to search the top floor now there is no one to disturb me. There is one room that holds particular interest. I should inspect the storage room while I have this rare opportunity. I've never been up here! Cassandra's room. Should I go in there? Can I? Oh, I can! Holy crud. Oh, shoot! No, wait! I got them mixed up! I'm sorry! I'm sorry, ma'am! Nope. Sorry. I'm gonna talk to you. You're gonna bite my head off. To Angeline and Gideon's bedroom. Collection of books. Ooh.
Oh.
I could spend every waking moment reading about the adventures of the characters within these books. Ooh, a telescope.
Oh.
Gazing at the stars is truly one of life's simple pleasures. To storeroom. Yes! It's always fun to do that. Whoa. This is cool. Children's toys. A collection of children's toys such as is such a shame to see them stored away and not being enjoyed. Considering they have been kept in the storage room, they are all in almost perfect condition. My immediate assumption would be they belong to Mademoiselle Angeline. Okay, nothing here. Grandfather clock. Maybe that. The time and skill it takes to build such a wonderful piece. It is an art form. Book. A lone storybook rests here. It has obviously been read a great number of times, judging by the condition of the spine and pages. I am perhaps not the target demographic, but I understand it to be quite popular amongst the younger audience. To the real lady of the house, happy birthday. Watching you grow into a proper young lady has been more than words can describe. All my love, Felix. Oh! I would not have expected to find such a heartfelt message written by Monsieur Hagen. And to Mademoiselle Angeline, is this the usual inscription you would find from a family friend? What? I cannot seem to get a straight answer from anyone regarding the Major. I know he has been friends with Madame Van den Bosch for some years. Excuse me. But I must find out if it was anything more. I think it's pretty plain to see that it was something more than just friendship. Dude, come on.
This will not get me.
Seriously, dude.
Is there something I must take a different... What a revelation.
It seems the Major has lived rather comfortably in the Van den Bosch house for many years. Talk to Angeline. Okay, but... You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and talk to her. Be like, hey, what's going on? Hello.
Detective Poirot, what do you think you are doing in here?
Investigating.
I have something I wish to discuss with you.
Well, I hope it is important enough to justify barging into one's bedroom.
I assure you it is.
Good, because this has gone on far too long. We are snowed in this house while a murderer runs amok.
What do you think I'm trying to do? I'm trying to find
I can
him.
understand your frustrations, but it is not as simple as...
You were once an incompetent officer, and now it seems you are just as incompetent as a detective.
You gotta be kidding me, lady.
If I was not being lied to and misled at every turn, perhaps the murderer would already be in custody.
Oh!
I hope you are not suggesting I had something to do with Felix's murder.
I am suggesting that if I had the support that everyone claims they are offering, we would be in a very different situation.
Hoo-hoo!
If you have something you want to ask, I suggest you ask me now.
I was unaware that the Major has been so close to your daughter. I'd like to ask you about the letter I found in the Major study.
I'm sure he has hundreds of letters in there. Most of them could and should have been thrown away a long time ago. You are going to have to be more specific.
I refer to the letter addressed to you, the one of a romantic nature.
Uh-oh.
Romantic nature. Oh, please, detective. Felix did not have a romantic bone in his body.
He made his intentions quite clear in the letter. I must admit I myself was surprised.
You really do have quite the active imagination, detective. If that is how you wish to interpret it, so be it. But I can assure you, the Major did not think of me that way, and certainly did not include it in a letter.
He did, though. I'm not aware if the Major had been so close to your daughter.
We met before Angeline was born, so he was often at the house when she was growing up.
And where was it you two met?
I was attending an event. Felix was also in attendance as a serving officer. A conversation was struck.
So it was not through the Viscount that you two met?
I did not require my husband to start conversations on my behalf.
Mm-hmm.
It was you that instigated it then?
My, detective. That active imagination of yours has taken you on quite some journey.
Madame is attempting to deflect from a subject she obviously does not feel comfortable discussing. The late Viscount and the Major were surely friends then?
Edwin spent much of his time away on business before Angeline was born. Felix was a welcome distraction from the loneliness of the house.
Oh, no.
You were alone in the house?
The staff continued their duties, of course, but trying to get any sort of sophisticated or cultured conversation from them was like drawing blood from a stone.
Yikes.
And when Angeline was born?
Edwin remained at home. It was his duty as a father.
And the Major?
He had his own business and life to tend to, but we remained in touch via letter. Around the time of Edwin's passing, Felix had relocated to the area.
I wouldn't, honestly, given the timeline, I wouldn't put it past Felix to kill a Viscount. Yikes. Madame is incredibly coy and brief with the information she offers, but with the Viscount's death coinciding with the Major's return, surely a coincidence is too far-fetched. Thank you.
I think that is all for now. Merci, madame.
I will be going now. Thank you. Okay, now I've talked to Angeline. There we go. That's her name. Perhaps it is time to speak with Mademoiselle Angeline again. She should be able to give us value pieces to the puzzle. Can I go back upstairs? I can't go upstairs anymore. Okay.
Detective Poirot, are you any closer to uncovering the truth of Felix's involvement with the letters?
I am, mademoiselle. I can confirm that he was not the author of the blackmail letters.
So the author is still out there.
Oui, but it will not be long before they are apprehended, and the only letters they shall be penning will be from behind iron bars.
Your confidence is rather assuring. Thank you, Detective.
Ooh, geez. Your comment about the current guests stayed with me last
I'm
night.
sorry, Detective. I did not intend to leave your mind so full of thoughts.
No apology is required. It actually made me question my whole chain of thinking. What if there had been a collusion between them, and the Major's murder was planned, organized, and orchestrated to make the investigation seem almost impossible?
Oh my, Detective, that is quite a theory.
Every guest has a motive. You confirmed that with the mention of Mademoiselle Conrad and the Major's fight. Supplying one another with a rock-solid alibi would surely throw off any detective.
Yeah.
But not you.
Correct, mademoiselle. It would take much more to stamp Detective Poirot.
While searching the storage room, I found a book that I assume was a gift from the Major to you.
I haven't seen that book in so long. Yes, it was a gift for my 10th birthday. I have read it from cover to cover countless times. He left such a lovely inscription too.
It sounds as though there is a side to the Major I did not get to see. Was it common for him to bring you gifts?
Not common, but if he had been away for some time, he would bring me a small memento from his travels. He hasn't done that in some time, though.
The toys that were with the book, were they also gifts from the Major?
They were. I'm afraid they may have gathered some dust being in the storage room for so long. I kept them in hope of giving them to my child when the time comes.
Aw.
It sounds as though he had always cared about you.
His presence at the house was comforting for us both after Father died, even if sometimes he was a little too overprotective.
You spoke last night of the Major support of your mom.
That's right. Ever since I can remember, Felix has been around.
It seems as though she has a number of support networks. The Major, her friendship with the Countess, not forgetting Monsieur da Silva.
Maman has many friends. I know how she may seem to most, but once you break the hard shell...
There is a further shell waiting to be broken.
Oh, very good, Detective.
Forgive me, mademoiselle. I only jest.
It's quite all right. You're not the only one that feels a razor tongue. She's grateful you are here, especially now, whether she shows it or not.
She definitely does not show it. I am still yet to see this version of Madame that Ancient speaks of. I'm not sure I will get my hopes up for a budding friendship. Speaking with the Comtesse yesterday, she did not have the greatest opinion of the Major.
They have often come to blows when it concerns Maman. They are both trying to protect her, but they themselves cannot seem to get along.
She spoke of his desire to join the, how do you describe it? Social elite.
This isn't the first time she has vocalized that concern. She thinks the Major was just using our family name to make his way to the top.
Ooh.
And you do not agree?
I will not deny he has shown interest in Maman's social circles, but they have been friends since even before I was born. Surely all those years of friendship was not just to raise his social standing.
I don't know what to believe, honestly. Ancient obviously does not believe what the Comtesse had to say about the Major. Perhaps it is jealousy that drives her scandalous theory. If I may be so bold, did the Major contribute to the house?
How do you mean, Detective?
I imagine a house of this size is rather costly, keeping it in the immaculate condition it is in.
Maman looks after the financial side of the house, but I think she has had to ask him more than once for a contribution of sorts. It is not for me to get involved.
I shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
I have everything that is needed to push Madame Venebosh on her secret. I can go upstairs and talk to her! Yes! Hang on, let me check this. Oh, I can make 2 links now. Woohoo!
Magnifique.
With the Viscount gone and the Major stepped up and acted as a fatherly figure to her.
Come, my little Grace. I must act up. I cannot see the logic in the pieces of the puzzle are fine.
It is obvious that the Major cared for Cassandra. That is no surprise to anyone. Talk to Cassandra. Alright, this should be good.
Is this really necessary?
If you are correct, and the Major had no romantic feelings towards you, why would he keep a photograph of you and Mademoiselle Angeline hidden?
He may have stayed in my home, but Felix was a grown man, Detective. What he kept, hidden or otherwise, has nothing to do with me.
But it does not surprise you that he had such a photograph?
We have been friends, and he has been there for Angeline for many years, but you find it strange that he keeps a reminder of us? Perhaps that says more about you, Detective.
Man, she's mean.
What I do find strange is that if he did hold a flame for you, why he would never express it.
Excuse me.
If he did, it was not reciprocated. I have not even considered another since my husband's passing. Not that it is any of your business.
You're lying, lady.
I think that is all for now. Merci, madame. Order and method. This will not get me any... I should not be surprised.
As much as she tries to deny it, Cassandra shared the Major's feelings in some capacity. Talk to Cassandra.
Is this really necessary?
Yes. Push on why Cassandra has housed the Major for so long.
Who I allow in my house is none of your business. I do not have to explain anything to you.
I did not think you were one for charity.
I would not expect you to think much of anything. There is no need to talk on it any further, but I'm sure you will remember that, financially speaking, we have had our issues.
Yeah, I was there for one of them. I have all the evidence I need to confront Madame Vandenbosch. It is my approach to the questions that I must consider. She will no doubt be defensive when pushed, but that may be the only way, as she will not give up any information she does not want to easily. Why is it you protect the name of Monsieur Hagen so resolutely?
He was a man that required no protection, Detective, especially from me.
That is the impression I had of him, which is why your defensive stance warrants questioning.
Your insistent questioning on such trivial matters are getting on my last nerve. There is a murderer and a blackmailer to be found. That is your job here.
I thought you said there was no blackmailer.
Your continued probing into something that does not exist is becoming quite tiresome. There is nothing I can tell you that will magically present what you are looking for, Detective. I have grown weary of this conversation, Poirot. There is nothing more to say.
I think I clicked the wrong one. Forceful, direct, forceful, direct. Let's do forceful. Your continued reluctance to answer my questions and defensive nature suggests that there was a shared love between you.
Madame, you continue to withhold the truth.
And you continue to get on my last nerve. I am not obliged to tell you every detail of my private life.
But when it impedes my investigation...
If only you were this focused on finding the blackmailer and...
Madame.
Very well. I did not lie about how we met. I was attending an event, raising money for... Oh, I cannot recall now. It had been some time since I had returned home, and was rather missing English soil. I was aware of Felix's invitation, or at least that there was to be several British officers attending the party, and that is where our friendship began.
Okay.
He was a warm reminder of home, and I enjoyed conversing with him. We shared walks in the park and read together. As I said, he was a welcome distraction from the days spent alone. I shall go no further with the details, but I will say, I had no intention on being unfaithful to my husband. It was never our plan to go that far. Once I found out I was pregnant, I knew it had to stop.
Wait.
The Viscount never questioned Mademoiselle's birth?
In his mind, he had no reason to, and he shouldn't have had to. It was my mistake to bear. If he knew the truth, our lives would have been ruined.
Oh no. Oh no. That's why the Major gave Angeline all those gifts and stuff, because
I told Felix that he was to stay away, but he had no intention to. He became an uncle figure to Angeline, and they grew closer after Edwin's death. I could not tell her the truth. Too much time had passed. The secret remained only between him and I. Until now.
And what were the Major's thoughts on revealing the truth?
He wanted to tell her everything. He wanted her to know exactly who he was. But I told him no. It would not have been the poignant reconciliation that he expected. She would not understand.
you don't know that. Tell me about the letters.
I tried to retrieve them from the safe after everyone had retired.
I was right.
But when I opened the safe, they were nowhere to be found. I assumed he must have hidden them somewhere else.
Oh.
When I entered the study this morning, they were as visible as a red notice on a police station wall.
I would appreciate if you did not compare them to the face of a wanted felon.
Pardon, madame.
But that does mean someone else in the house has seen them. I don't understand. Why would they return them?
I don't know, and now my head hurts.
A mystery that is still yet to be solved.
Madame was beaten to the safe by another. It seems we also have a thief within these walls to add to the list of criminals, but a thief that returns their spoils. Can I assume this is the secret that has been used for ransom?
It must be. But I have told no one.
And the Major?
Felix promised me he wouldn't tell a soul, and I believed him. Not even if he wanted to.
If the Major had let slip even once throughout the years, perhaps in an intoxicated state, it is a secret that many would seek an opportunity to gain from. Gideon's brother?
You did not think anyone knew, and that is why you disregarded the letter.
If you bow to these criminals, they will only try to claw more from you.
I think that is all for now. Merci, madame.
The uncertain connection between the Major and the ransom has been resolved. The Major was being blackmailed. The letters were not written by his hand. What remains unresolved is why the Major was being blackmailed. 2 cases of extortion under one roof. The question of their relationship must be asked. The Major's secret is anything but obvious from his letter. I now have a blackmailer and a murderer and their weapon defined. If the correct process is followed, they shall all be found swiftly. I should take my leave. The rumors already revealed enough new insights into the Madame and Major's lives. That is exactly what was said when I was in the study. I had my suspicions that Madame Venabash and the Major shared a romantic relationship, but I did not expect the revelation of his connection to Angeline. I am now one of the very few to hold Madame's secret. Guess I leave. Don't know what to do. I guess I leave. Hi?
Detective Poirot, how is your investigation coming?
Monsieur Sterling, I must admit, I have learned much more than I was expecting to.
You'll be wrapping the case up soon, then?
One has never finished learning, monsieur, and in this case, I shall need to continue if I am to find the Major's killer.
It might help to vocalize your thinking. I'm all ears.
Oh, I think it was Archibald. Offers an interesting concept. If I was to state the current position of my investigation while holding back certain truths, the guilty parties may realize I'm hot on their heels and reveal their hand.
Monsieur, would you gather the guests and staff in the salon?
Right away, Detective. Can I ask for what reason?
I shall reveal all once everyone is together.
Uh-oh. Chapter 6. The search.
Detective, what is the meaning of all this?
Madame, I ask that you all lend me your ears for only a few moments. What I have to say is of great significance to everyone. You are all invited here to celebrate the engagement of Mademoiselle Angeline van den Bosch and Monsieur Gédéon Demire, the coming together of two prevalent families. But the celebrations were short-lived, as Major Felix Hagen was found dead in his study by a young servant of the house. It then became my responsibility and obligation as a detective to uncover the truth behind his demise. My initial examination of his study exposed a number of things I did not expect to find. Things I have no desire to divulge at this time, but what I can say is this. It was no simple murder. A letter demanding ransom for a continued silence confirmed this. I am sure some, if not all of you, have heard whispers of a series of blackmails that have plagued the social elite in recent weeks. After hearing of the letters in the Major study, you may ask if it was him behind the letters. You may further ask if he was preparing his next threat to another unsuspecting victim. It is a question that crossed even my mind. That was until I sought the truth. That in fact it was the Major that had fallen victim to our blackmailer Mystérieux. Last night I spoke with you all, confirmed your whereabouts in the house over the course of the evening, and while I would have expected such questioning to reveal a potential suspect, what I learned was that it could not have been one of you.
What do you mean, not one of us? The man was stabbed. He hardly did that to himself. There is still a killer in the house.
Pardon, monsieur, if you would allow me to finish. It could not have been only one of you. Rather a partnership, in cahoots, if you will. Conversations today have revealed facts that I was not expecting to discover. And although they may have muddied and complicated my investigation, what I must do to bring the guilty parties to justice has become clearer. Those of you that spun stories in an attempt to confuse and derail my investigation have made a grave mistake in underestimating my intelligence. Other detectives may fall for such deception, but I can assure you, Detective Poirot is no such fool. My investigation is far from over, and swift justice shall be dealt to those that have committed such appalling acts and have continued to mislead and lie to protect themselves. Now, I must continue mon enquête, and I shall leave you to consider that you may be beside a cold-hearted killer. Bonsoir. Monsieur Sterling, un moment.
Quite the speech, Detective.
Thank you.
Merci, but it was not made to entertain, more to warn the guilty parties that I am hot on their heels, no matter how clever they believe themselves to be.
Well, if there is anything I can do.
I'd like to search the guests' bedrooms.
Is that really necessary?
The murderer remains at large, and there is still no sign of the weapon. I would say that makes them essential.
Of course. I still just cannot imagine any of them being guilty of his murder.
It may be hard to imagine, but it is the truth.
When you returned to the study last night, did you notice anything different from our previous visit?
Nothing. But I was so preoccupied with the Major. Sorry, Detective. Should I have?
Yeah, the whole place was ransacked.
Perhaps it was just my mind playing games again.
Maybe one of the guests got lost and wandered in.
If a guest had taken a wrong turn, finding themselves in the Major's bedroom first, I am sure they would not have proceeded through the next door unless they were not lost at all. Who has access to the safe in the Major's study?
Master Hagen had a key, obviously, and Lady Vandenbosch.
Monsieur Demir was quite sure Archibald also had a copy of the key. It is not something one would easily forget. Regarding access to the safe, you have seen its contents before?
When requested, aye. If something is required from there when Master Hagen is not around.
Forgive me. If he is not around, how is it you access this safe?
It's not what you think, Detective.
What I think is that you have been trusted with a copy of the key, and you have lied to me about it.
Uh-oh.
I only lied because of the trouble I can get into with Lady Vandenbosch.
At this moment, monsieur, you should be more worried about the trouble you shall find yourself in with the law.
I know how it will sound, but I lost my key. I must have set it down somewhere, and it has been tidied away. Master Hagen asked so rarely for me to go in the safe, I didn't think it would be missed.
So, Archibald's story of his lost key strikes me as a rather coincidental. The Major's safe is broken into with documents ransacked and letters involving Madame Vandenbosch's secret left out. It is a crime with no apparent purpose. There is a matter regarding the Comtesse that we must discuss.
I should have said this morning. I'm sorry.
Monsieur, I am not quite sure you understand the severity of what has happened.
I am well aware, Detective. I just thought she would be able to help.
Would you allow a man with a smoking gun to remove his bullet from a victim's chest?
I suppose not.
I understand that Monsieur Sterling was only trying to help, but surely he must have seen what it could do for the integrity of my investigation.
I would like to begin my searches now. Since it is closest, I will start with the West Wing.
I may not be back when you return. Here is the key to the other rooms. Please return it when you're done.
Merci. I shall guard it with my life.
First, let us pay the Comtesse a visit. Search the guest rooms for evidence of possible collusion. Before I can accuse anyone of any crime, I must be sure if they were working alone or with another. This is a perfect opportunity to find evidence of any collusion and look for the murder weapon. West Wing, so it's over here. Right? I haven't been on the second floor in a while, or first floor, whatever this is. So, okay. I should make myself known before entering. The Comtesse's room, it would be rude to not address her before searching her room.
Detective, what a pleasure. I did not expect to see you in my chambers.
In a purely professional capacity, I can assure you.
There is no need to act so stiff, Detective.
Madame, after the revelation of your actions last night, I'm afraid my sense of humor is all but gone.
Ooh.
I will not apologize again for merely trying to help. Shall we get straight to it then? Let us not waste your time any further, Detective.
I saw you conversing with one of the young servants
That would
yesterday.
be Inga. She has been one of the most promising young women that has come from the shelter.
Madame Vandenbosch took in a young lady from your shelter.
There is no need to sound so surprised, Detective.
Yeah, there
She
is.
does have a heart.
I've never seen it.
I did not mean to sound so cruel. I just did not expect Madame to hire someone of that background after the incident with her previous maid, Florette.
People change, Detective. You should not judge someone on their past actions.
Believe me, Countess, I know that only too well.
I commend you on your dedication for the women you help. It is most honorable.
Be careful, detective. That almost sounded like a compliment.
It is your actions in this house that have been questionable, madame. Your work outside is something that many more could take note of.
Aw.
We do what we can.
Have you been able to find many of the girls from the shelter work?
We wouldn't be doing a very good job if I could only help one girl. I in fact found work for one of them as a maid in Monsieur da Silva's house recently.
She has fitted into Monsieur's home well.
What is better, detective? That she remained in an abusive house, or she is able to rebuild her life with an honest wage in a prosperous house?
When put like that, is she happy in her position?
The happiest she has been in years. I check in with them all as often as possible.
Aw.
And if there was a problem, I would know.
I'm glad to hear that more girls are building a better future for themselves, and it is with help from the Comtesse that it's been able to happen.
Merci, madame.
Book. Perhaps that happy couple's engagement has someone in a particularly romantic mood. Great. I'm a phone player. The wonders of modern technology. What a joy it must be to have music in one's home. But then, of course, you know, look at what I'm doing now, you know? It's so funny. From that to this here. Computer, screen, phone, you know, it's just funny. The chance to play is very tempting, but I shall save myself the embarrassment. First aid kit. Why would you have that? A first aid kit full of medical equipment, bandages, plasters, antiseptics, and a pair of scissors. Package. Perhaps a present for the family as a thank you for their hospitality. Plants lean and rely on intelligence fire, something we as a species could take a lesson from.
Go ahead, detective.
Perhaps I was a little rash with my response to you examining the major's body.
A compliment and now an apology. Well, detective, you certainly have changed your tune.
There was something I was still unsure of. You mentioned that your training was some years ago.
From my days as a nurse, oui.
If that is so, why would you have brought several pieces of equipment usually found in a physician's bag?
One must always be prepared, detective.
Prepared? At an engagement celebration?
Uh-oh.
If I had not brought them, I would not have been able to assist you last night. Perhaps you should be thankful for my precaution and not so suspicious.
But I don't blame him. And had you not brought them at all, I would not have to ask such a question.
Merci, madame.
Trying to make sure I look at everything before I leave here.
Oh.
I hate that you're able to look at fireplaces and plants and stuff like that when he's going to say the same thing, you know? I hate that. The ever-guarded Jacqueline Conrad. It is time I should question her on her conversation with the Major before searching her room.
Detective, what can I do for you?
Mademoiselle, I am sure you understand my reasoning for such intrusion.
If it's going to clear my name, be my guest.
If you wouldn't mind answering some questions, it can hopefully be cleared faster.
I'd like to start with your relationship with the Major.
Like I said, he's not the man he wants everyone to think he is.
Or was.
Oui.
But, okay.
But how is it you came to that conclusion?
You don't really want me to recount every conversation I've had with him, do you?
The shortened version, sure.
There is one particular I had in mind.
Tell me about your argument.
An argument would imply it was a two-way conversation.
And that is not how it was?
Here it is. I've been helping Angeline get exposure, her marriage to Gideon is big news, and his work is really paving the way for others. I saw the chance to get their names out there, and he didn't like it.
Why not?
What was there not to like?
Your guess is as good as mine, Detective. But if I had to, I'd say he was jealous it wasn't his name at the top of the article.
That's weird.
And his reason to storm off?
Oh, you know about that. Let's just say I didn't accept his pathetic attempt to get me to stop the story. If you're gonna try and pay someone off, at least make it worth their while.
Interesting. I thought the Major would only be supportive of Angela. There must be more to why he would not want her success to be known. I'm sure you have grown wary of the subject, but Mr. Beckers.
You've really got a fascination with that guy, huh?
I would not say fascination. An interest, perhaps.
Sure.
Well, I'll save you the bother of trying to find out more about him. He's not that interesting. In fact, he's a bit of a wimp if you ask me.
Oh, holy crud.
That is not the impression I got of him.
That's because you've only seen the side of him he wants you to. He knows what to say in front of the right people. But behind closed doors, he's clueless.
Jeez. Clueless in what way?
Let me guess. The first thing he told you was that he was a union leader. No, the voice of the people.
Uh-oh.
A man that is proud of his work is not something to be sneered at.
Don't get me wrong, he has a way with words, and he can certainly rally a crowd. But that's about it. At the end of the day, he's a representative and nothing more. He's got to play the part, not just learn the lines.
She does not think particularly highly of Beckers. She is a strong, independent woman, but to use the term wimp is an unnecessary attack on his character.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall leave you to relax.
Sure thing, Detective. And if you change your mind on that exclusive about that shooting...
If I do change it, you shall be the first to know.
Newspaper. Among them, a recent article by Jackie Conrad about the riots linked to Ernesto's factory. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Cupboard. There does not seem to be anything of interest in here. Pocket knife. Uh-oh. I presume this belongs to Jackie. Chasing a good story may lead her into some precarious scenarios. Cluttered workstation. Jackie has set up a makeshift office in her room. She must bring her work with her everywhere.
Oh.
The phone is outside a beautiful white blanket over the countryside that surrounds the house. Talk to Jackie.
Go right ahead, Detective.
I was surprised to learn Sir de Silva and the Major worked together.
All Felix cared about was money, and filling his pockets with it. That's why he got into bed with De Silver.
The Major was not in need of money, though.
Need and want are two very different things.
Yeah.
Did he need to move here and leech off the Madame? No, but he wanted to.
Ooh. Tell me your opinion of their work together.
As far as I know, De Silver hired him to work security. He was worried what could happen to his precious factories if things got ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And your reporters were there to cover the story when it did turn that way.
My reporters go where there is news to be told.
And you predicted the violence that occurred?
Anyone could see that was gonna happen. If you ask me, Hugo should have acted sooner.
Ooh.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall leave you to relax.
Okay, I guess to the next room. Hang on, let me look and see if I need to... No, I'm good. Next room. Here we are in Mademoiselle Angeline and Gideon's room. I wonder what we shall find. Gideon's room is pristine. I could have mistaken it for my own. Photograph. It seems they used to be closer. Perhaps their recent behaviors were mainly a facade. Could it be possible that Gideon collaborated with Zachariah? Oh. Uh-oh. Interesting.
Huh. Aha.
Drinks globe.
Aha.
Window.
Huh.
I guess it's the only thing I need to do in here. Wait, no, wait, what? Drawer, there we go. There does not seem to be anything of interest in here. Okay, that did nothing. Okay, perfect. With all of the west guest room searched, I should make my way to the guest rooms on the east of the first floor. There must be evidence of collusion somewhere. Wait, you said first floor. Jackie's bedroom. Oh, hi.
Mademoiselle, we meet again.
Bonjour, Monsieur Poirot. Pardon, Détective Poirot.
Just a detective is quite all right.
Bon, can I help you with something?
It was you that alerted the house to the Major's body, was it not?
I was taking him a plate of food, but he didn't answer to my knocking.
You then entered the study.
I did. He wasn't moving. He just lay there.
I did not mean to upset you again. Seeing him there would be troubling for anyone, and I'm sure it is not a memory you wish to relive.
Tell me about your relationship with the other staff.
I suppose we're like a family. We argue, but most of the time we get along.
You must all be quite close, then.
Some more than others.
What?
You refer to whom, mademoiselle?
Well, Maman Ray, sorry, Rihanna, she's been here the longest, and she's very close with Lizzie on account of Luke.
How is Mademoiselle Elizabeth's late fiancé connects them?
Maman Ray is Luke's sister. You didn't know that?
No.
I thought she would have said. She talks about him all the time. It must have been awful, losing him in those riots.
Ooh.
Apparently, he was right at the front when they were charged. They didn't stand a chance. If I had been the one responsible for his death, I wouldn't want Maman Ray looking for me.
Mademoiselle Rihanna, Maman Ray, she has expressed her desire for revenge.
For who, though?
Every time she talks about what happened.
How is it that the knowledge of Luke's death has eluded me for so long? The death of a brother is certainly motive enough. I did not see an aggressive side to Mademoiselle Reino when we spoke, but I wonder if she would act on such impulses for revenge if the opportunity arose. So, wait, so did the Major send him out to go? If you don't mind me inquiring, where brought you to the women's shelter?
I guess you wouldn't know anything about life on the streets.
It is not an experience I have had to face personally, but I understand that many are forced into it, and the lifestyle that comes with it.
The lifestyle of a thief, you mean?
Oh.
Put rather bluntly, oui.
You are the first officer that has not taken one look at me and pulled out their handcuffs.
Mademoiselle, I can see you have turned your life around, and I commend you on your efforts.
Aww.
Without the Countess, I would probably be rotting in a cell somewhere.
There is an obvious alliance to the Comtesse, and an understandable one at that.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Inge, I don't know how you pronounce her name. Inge? Ingy? I don't know how you pronounce it. She may seem nothing more than a young, innocent maid, but there's something that she is withholding. If I am to solve the cases before me, I must learn what it is. To Zachariah's bedroom. I wonder if Sir Zachariah is as seemingly innocent as his brother. I should speak with him before searching the room.
Monsieur Demir, I hope you are feeling better today.
Nothing a good night's sleep couldn't fix.
Très bien. I wonder if you would be up to discussing certain matters with me.
Whatever you need.
I'm sorry if dealing with the Major's body brought up any familiar emotions.
I lost my taste for death a long time ago, but it had to be done. I'm certainly in no rush to be carrying a dead body again, though.
Most understandable.
Yeah.
I shall extend the same gratitude to you as I did to your brother.
You've spoken to him already. How is he?
That's the first show of concern for his brother I've seen Zach give.
Perhaps that should be a question you ask him yourself.
Yeah, maybe.
I spoke with your brother about your past.
I bet he had a lot to say. He always did have an opinion on the war.
When I say your past, I refer to your past as brothers.
Ah. Okay, well, what did he say?
It seems you both had the same sentiment for this party. Perhaps the bridges that you thought were once burnt are in fact primed to be reconstructed.
We'll see how probable that reconstruction is going to be. Until he sees my point of view, I don't know how we can move forward.
What is there for him to understand before the bond can be repaired?
He lost his friends in the war, the same as everyone. But somehow he has forgiven. I'm sorry, Detective, I can't. And Gideon just doesn't understand that.
What? After speaking with Sir Gideon about his brother's state of mind, I think the best thing for them both would be a reconciliation. There is something about Monsieur Zach's story that he is leaving out, though. The death of his friends and comrades weighs heavy on him. Your brother was talking with the Comtesse while in the salon. I was not aware that they were close.
Those two, close.
They must share something in common to be able to hold a conversation for the time they did.
If there is one thing I know about my brother, it's that he will not. No. He cannot be rude. He just doesn't have it in him.
Was it not your brother that punched Monsieur Hagen?
Ah, that's different. He was asking for it. If you put my brother in a room with 5 socialites like her, he would work his way around every single one of them, offering his full attention and finest manners.
Merci for your assistance, monsieur.
Interesting. The room is littered with mess. Cigarette butts discarded right next to the ashtray. Even though nobody's gonna say the same thing, I want to click on everything I can click on. Gramophone player.
Oh. Oh.
Let me check this. Oh, I can make a link.
I must act on. Is there something I
Nope.
I cannot see the logic. Things are beginning to become.
The Demir brothers' estranged relationship is enough to suggest they would not have worked together. Yeah, I can see that. I can't walk out of the room. Why can't I walk out of the room? Oh, wait. The dagger. An ornamental dagger from Zechariah's time in the war. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Always got time for my favorite detective.
There was a particular item I found while conducting my search.
The dagger. I wondered how long it would take for that to become an issue.
I shall give you the opportunity to explain the reason for it being here before I jump to any conclusions.
It was going to be a wedding gift for Gideon. I've maybe not been the best brother in recent years. I thought this could make up for some of it. After what happened to the Major, I thought it was a bit tasteless.
Interesting wedding gift.
You did not see it fitting to tell me you were harboring a rather sizable knife in your room?
Well, no one else has.
And I wasn't expecting to be a suspect in a murder.
Merci for your assistance, monsieur.
Okay, so I guess I go... Master Becker's room. Without him here, I am free to search it. Not seeing anything though. Oh, there we go. A book. Inside of Hugo's notebook, a hasty scribble regarding a meeting with who I assume Ernesto. Curious. That is weird. Oh, a note right next to the fire. It seems he has been attempting to write a speech of some kind, unsuccessfully though. I wonder, does this fit a pattern of behavior with Hugo? You underestimate the power of man's defiance. Oh, wow. With so many siblings, it must have been difficult for Hugo to get attention. Oh, wow. Then I saw something over here that I could click on, but I guess not. To next guest room. The business-minded Masseur de Silva's room. Oh no, is this guy? Oh no, this guy's rude to me. Technically, he's rude to everybody, but still.
Monsieur de Silva, I am sure you understand the necessity for this type of search.
Not really, Detective. Your speech was rather spirited. But it...
I have not had my abilities questioned to my face by one of those I suspect of a crime before.
Well, if you wish to prove me wrong, you should hurry up and find Felix's killer.
And I hope, with your help, monsieur, I shall.
Madame Benenbosch spoke of your work with her late husband.
Yes, I helped him invest some money. Unfortunately, he was not the businessman he thought he was.
Madame Vandenbosch had a very similar view. At least he could have taken solace that you are both in the same position.
I think you're confused, Detective. It was Edwin that lost his fortune, not I.
Forgive my naivete. If you were helping him make viable investments,
I thought it was him.
would you not have seen the same opportunity for yourself?
I told him about the opportunities. I did not tell him to put his whole family's wealth into it. The prospect of doing good meant more to him than his profit margins. He was bound to fail.
The business declared bankruptcy.
It did, until it was purchased for a fraction of its worth and made the new owner a small fortune.
I am beginning to see Masud de Silva's more ruthless side. It sounds as though the Viscount was trying to at least make a positive change, but perhaps he was missing Masud de Silva's cutthroat edge. What was what we spoke of last night regarding Madame Benbosch?
Everything that I want to say on that matter has already been said.
Jeez.
I understand, monsieur. But what I would like to know is, was the late Viscount aware of your feelings towards his wife?
Excuse me, Detective, but you have crossed the line.
Crossed the line like an attempt to bankrupt a business partner and friend so that you'll be able to swoop in and impress a certain target of your affections.
You make such ridiculous accusations without a shred of proof.
Your reaction at the mere suggestion is proof enough, monsieur. While I cannot arrest you for betrayal of a friend, I can hope your conscience does not forget, and that will be punishment enough.
What? I can't believe we did that. Silva's actions are not a criminal offense, but if there was a penalty for deception and deceit, he would surely receive a life sentence. If he has gone to such lengths before, what would stop him from committing a similar act again, this time to the Major? I know you have worked with the Major, but what do you know of his finances?
He didn't have much to speak of. I was always surprised at the life he lived.
Surprised in what way?
Well, considering it wasn't that long ago he came to me asking about work, I didn't think he was in such good financial shape.
You offered him a position.
Nothing that he was willing to lower himself to. That's when he began talking about what else he could do for me.
The Major worked security for your factories.
If you can call what him and his team did security. For the money I paid, I did not expect them to be so reckless.
It was a considerable amount you paid him?
There's no need to divulge amounts, but it was certainly more than was expected.
One would expect a business of Masud de Silva's caliber to have agreed a price for the Major services. Why would he allow the Major to barter more? Tell me about the Major's security team.
He said they were all professionals, but I saw nothing of the sort. He said he had worked with them all in the army as their superior officer. They were men that could be trusted.
But that was not the case?
I had not even met them before they arrived on site. They brought their own equipment. It looked like they knew what they were doing.
And this equipment, it included the weapons that injured and killed the workers?
It was not much of a choice, Detective. I said they didn't need them, but Felix said it was essential. He said he knew better.
Jeez. The more he talks, the shadier his dealings with the Major became. It's beginning to sound as though the riots were no accident.
That is all for now.
A letter? Ooh. A letter stating the blackmailer would reveal information of his questionable business dealings. Oh no. That's not good. So the guy... How many people are being blackmailed? A roaring fire, blah, blah, blah. Letter. That's a lot of letters. A contract for a partnership between Ernesto and Hugo. It's missing Hugo's signature. Ooh, I like that typewriter. Letter opener. A razor sharp letter opener, almost brand new. Lies discarded on the floor. Okay, you got some explaining to do.
What is it now, detective?
Push on right, Ernesto hid the letter.
I have spoken of a potential blackmail ring, and yet you still kept your letter to yourself.
It is none of your business. And it is nothing more than a cheap trick to have me admit something that is not true.
If that were the case, it would be strange for you to have kept the letter and brought it with you, would it not?
Yeah, would be weird.
Your persistence is a trait I do not enjoy.
Da Silva has remained blunt, if not curt, with his responses to my questions. Perhaps it would be best to act in a courteous and empathetic manner so that he may be more forthcoming with the truth of his blackmail letter and its contents. There must be a reason you thought justified hiding it.
No reason, detective. Merely saving you from wasting your time.
Jeez.
I will be the judge of that. I would like to know about any and all evidence that may help my investigation. I trust there is nothing else you deem a waste of my time.
Yikes.
Of course not, officer. It's not as though you think I'm harboring some illicit secret. The letter was a pathetic attempt to intimidate me. Nothing more.
No, hey, glad to be in the stream. You do not value the lives of those that allow you to live the something. I've never read that word before. Life that you do.
I have never heard so much rubbish in all my life. I value those
I'm
that
doing
work
great, Noel.
hard
Thank you for
and
asking.
deserve
And you?
it.
That suggests there are some that you do not respect.
Yes, well, why should I praise someone for doing a poor job? You make me sound like some monster.
Monsieur, the letter does not only discuss your questionable business dealings, but also cases of abuse against your staff. Both accusations that must be taken very seriously.
Detective, there is a difference between telling a member of my staff what to do and abuse.
And it is you that decides where that line is drawn?
In my house? Yes, it is.
Oh. He does not like being pressed on the subject of how he treats his staff. If he had nothing to hide, there should be no need for such a reaction. Were you expecting some correspondence this weekend?
Excuse me? Detective, I think you are beginning to lose your mind.
I do not think it is unreasonable to question why you would feel the need to bring a letter opener with you.
Really, Detective? If I had stabbed a man with it, do you really think I would have left it lying out in my room?
Well, why was it on the floor then? De Silva is correct. It was a stretch to believe someone would be so careless. The murder weapon remains somewhere in the house, though. Monsieur Demir invited Monsieur Becker so that you two might sit down and find some common ground.
Yes, and no one asked him to.
But surely it is beneficial to both parties. Your profits must have been affected.
There are barely any profits to speak of.
Why have those talks not taken place and a deal arranged?
Monsieur Beckers has made no attempt to speak with me and offered no counter-offer. The ball is in his court, Detective.
Although it is not De Silva's wages and treatment of a staff that is in question, it sounds as though he is at least trying to resolve the issue. Surprising, unlike Mr. Beckers. Do you have any ideas as to which staff member may have expressed their abuse?
Please stop calling it that. I treat all my servants exactly how I always have, and no one has complained before.
That does not mean your behavior is appropriate.
They have one chance. If they are not doing the job they are hired to do, they are gone.
Yikes.
You would be surprised how many staff expect an easy ride.
I did not expect him to treat his staff the same as his friends, but I also did not expect him to treat them like stray dogs.
Is there a specific member of staff that may have expected such a ride?
There is one girl, a new maid. I didn't expect great things from her, but Comtesse de Vos promised me she could do what was required.
This must be the young girl that the Comtesse spoke of. Perhaps the position she is finding for these girls are not the best fit.
That is all for now.
Yikes. I can't leave. Can make a link.
Come, my little Grace.
That's good, at least.
I must take a different approach. Is there something? Some would say a lucky.
In Jackie's opinion, she doesn't value Hugo particularly highly. Would he collaborate with anyone else, I wonder?
I must act on thought. I cannot see the lot. Come, my little. Some would say a lucky
There we go.
guess.
Hugo and Ernesto confirmed each other's alibis. It's possible that they may have colluded to murder the Major. Can I find anything to support this?
Order and method. I must take a different. This will not get me. I should not be surprised, but
I am doubtful this duo would collaborate. Would Ernesto deal with another member of the house? Perhaps someone who never confirmed his alibi. Gosh, I can link a lot of stuff. Oh, there we go. Ernesto doesn't strike me as the sort of man that would ask for help no matter how important. Talk to Ernesto.
What is it now, detective?
Did you speak with the Comtesse directly about hiring a servant from the shelter?
She approached me. I thought it was rather brash.
in what way?
Assuming that I would want to take on another servant, and one from such a troubled background. She is running the charity, not I.
He's being weird. Sir, there is something you are keeping from me. Your business relationship with the Major was obviously towing the line of legality.
When he came to me, I told him that with the factories on strike and my profits pouring down the drain, I had nothing for him. But he said he could help me get them all back to work and the factories earning. His rates were steep, but he said he knew what needed to be done, and he was prepared to do it. A week passed and they were all still on strike. In fact, even more had joined them.
Okay.
He made excuse after excuse, demanding more and more money for the job to be done. But he never actually told me what he was going to do.
It kind of does. You know, it's like the guy is like twisting his voice to be like him, but sometimes you'll hear like an underlining like thing. Like it sounds familiar.
The riots.
I had no idea they were going to charge them like that. How was I meant to know?
And even following such a tragedy, he continued to demand money from you.
He said if he wanted my silence, it would cost. Do you have any idea what it could do to my livelihood, my name? If it got out that I had paid the so-called security that did that.
Ugh.
I have every idea, monsieur. You hired a militia to take action against your own workers. You deserve whatever name is chosen for being so morally bereft in your decision-making.
Oh.
I didn't know that was what he was going to do. You must believe me.
Yikes.
I have to believe nothing but the truth. And the truth, monsieur, is that it is not only the Major that has the blood of those men on his hands.
Yikes.
That is all for now.
So, someone is blackmailing multiple members of this house. So it has to be someone who is of the... who knows the information of every single person. So, but who would it be? I can make a link.
Magnifique.
Margot may know more than she's letting on if she has an inside link with the staff of the house. I have found no clear evidence of the guests working together in any capacity. What has become clear is that the Comtesse's connection to the staff. Could there be something more to their relationship?
there something you need, detective?
Tell me about your true relationship with the Comtesse.
She helped me at the shelter and with this job.
That I am already aware of. What I am not is what else she tasked you with.
Pardon, detective?
I know that your position as a servant in this house is not your only job. What did Comtesse de Vos ask you to do while in this house?
She said I had to do what she asked, or I would be back on the street. I didn't want to do it. If anyone found out, I would be the prime suspect.
Madame Veneboche would have been aware of young whatever past, and she is worried that they would accuse her. But what was asked of her must be related to her past life as a thief.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Okay, so what does that mean? I can make a link here too.
I must take a different... Is there something...
Dang it, come on.
I must act... The pieces of the puzzle of...
Margot was making her shelter girls do her dirty work, fighting dirt on members of the social elite. Oh no!
Come, my little grey. I cannot see the logic in... This will not get me...
Okay, no, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you can stop by tomorrow.
Another success.
Has admitted that her work in the house is not wholly honest. Oh, but I can make another link.
What a revelation.
I thought it was irresponsible of Archibald to lose his key, but now its disappearance makes sense. So she stole Archibald's key.
Is there something you need, detective?
What was it that the Comtesse asked you to steal from the house?
Nothing. She said I was to take nothing.
If it was not something she wished you to take, what was it?
She wanted me to find out information about the family and Monsieur Hagen.
Why did she request that?
At first I didn't know, but when I heard about Mademoiselle Angeline being blackmailed, and then the Major, I knew she had used what I found.
Perhaps my suspicions of Monsieur Sterling's involvement with the Major's safe were incorrect and his key was not lost but stolen. Tell me how you accessed the safe.
I knew Monsieur Archie had a key, and it would be easy to get it from him.
You knew that the Major asked Monsieur Sterling to access the safe from time to time, and if anything was ever discovered missing, he would surely take the blame.
Yikes.
I never took anything. I only told the Comtesse what I had found.
And that was?
About Monsieur Hagen and the Madame's relationship, and Angeline.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure
she's the
Comtesse
blackmailer.
was pleased to hear such valuable information.
She said I had done a good job, but I needed proof. That's why I went back and got the letters last night.
So it was a young Ingy that beat Madame Veneboche to the safe last night, but why would they be left in such a precarious fashion? When I returned to the study this morning, the letters remained out and the safe open.
I fetched the letters again and took them to the Comtesse last night. But she shouted at me and said what a stupid girl I was.
You were only doing as she requested.
She said it was too dangerous for her to have them with you around. That's when I returned them to the study. I thought I heard someone on the stairs, so I just threw them back. It was dark as I dared not turn the light on. Someone would have seen it.
Smart. Trying to slot a key into a lock in the dark is no easy feat. That will explain the scratches on the safe. If Madame Veneboche had only tried to retrieve the letter minutes earlier, she would have surely crossed paths with Ingy.
Merci, mademoiselle. Order and method.
Come on, I'm close to this. I can tell, I can feel it.
I must act. What a revelation.
I wonder how many secrets the house holds for Ingy to find.
Come, my little great. Things are beginning to become...
If there is somewhere in this house where a secret lies, it will surely be found in the hidden room. My suspicions of the Comtesse's connection with Angie was correct. She was using the young girl to find out anything and everything she could about the family, while the Comtesse need not even get her hands dirty.
Is there something you need, Detective?
What else have you relayed to the Comtesse?
That's all. I swear. I heard Monsieur Archie and Monsieur Felix talking about a storeroom, but I haven't found it.
Is the Countess aware of this room?
I told her it was somewhere in the house, but I didn't know where. She wasn't happy with me that I hadn't found it yet.
I believe if young Angie knew the location of the secret store, she would have been forthcoming. Ooh, I thought it may be naive on my part, but she has already incriminated herself and has nothing else to lose.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your honesty today has helped me greatly.
I suppose that I will lose my position at the house now.
Yeah, maybe.
That is not my decision to make. But when the whole truth is revealed, it will not be the pawns the law looks to convict. We shall be coming for the queen.
Ooh.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem. I must take
I think I just did that one.
This will not get me. The pieces of the puzzle.
Such a calculating web of lies and secrets. What motive could possibly justify such devious actions? Finally, I unmasked the blackmailer. Mademoiselle Angeline and the other recipients of such letters may no longer live in fear. Comtesse de Vos shall pay for her crimes. Yay! I did it!
Mademoiselle, merci for coming.
Have you had a breakthrough, Detective?
I have. Finally, I have the news you have awaited.
Please, Detective, don't hold me in suspense.
I have finally uncovered the identity of the one holding the Van Bosch name to ransom.
Oh my, I feel faint at the thought of knowing who could have done this to us.
It is said to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. It is Comtesse de Vos that is behind the letters.
I don't believe it. What about the Major's letter?
Not only his, but a letter to Monsieur da Silva.
She was blackmailing him as well? Detective, I just don't know what to say.
She's gonna ask what it was about.
Take a moment, mademoiselle. It is a lot of information to take in.
I just don't understand why she would do such a cruel thing.
What do you know of young Angie's past?
She has never been particularly forthcoming with it. Only that she was homeless for some time, and that she was at the women's shelter before here.
And it is there that the Countess abused her power and manipulated her to uncover secrets of the family.
All this time she has been working for Margot, doing her dirty work?
I am afraid so, mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle is in a state of shock. To learn that such a friend of the family has betrayed them in such a cruel way, it must be devastating.
Maman aware?
You are the first I have told, mademoiselle. Next will be the authorities.
I'm afraid that we'll have to wait.
Why? See, if you play, we must go through the correct channels.
And we will. I want to see her punished to the fullest extent of the law. But we cannot telephone anyone, as the lines are still down.
Oh, great.
Monsieur Archibald informed me earlier. I had hoped they would be working again. Last night's snow must have caused more damage than expected.
Last night? They have been done all weekend, Detective. Detective? Are you okay?
I knew it! How could I have been such a fool? I saw Methuselah talking on the telephone, but I heard no ring.
Poirot?
It was all a lie. A scene acted out for my benefit to throw me off the scent. If I believed that the Major was still alive at that time, I had no reason to investigate anyone's whereabouts beforehand. Anyone being Monsieur Sterling and his staff.
Would you like me to fetch you a glass of water, Detective?
My apologies, mademoiselle. I was taken by surprise for a moment, but I have regained my composure. A glass of water is not required. Would you excuse me?
Oh, I knew it, 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 I knew it. I was right, I was right, I was right. The butler did it. It was the butler. The family. Oh, shoot. My patience has grown thin. The guests and the staff of this house think it is acceptable to lie to my face when questioned and obstruct my investigation. But no more. We shall see how Mr. Sterling and his staff fare under some pressure. Ooh. I have been lied to for the last time. My suspicions initially led me to the guests, but now they are firmly placed on the staff. Mr. Sterling and Mademoiselle Rihanna cannot hide behind their lies any longer. Oh yeah, yeah, it totally did. It totally did. It's insane. Wow. Shoot, this is so cool. Okay, guys, but I'm going to be ending the stream here. I was actually going to just play Chapter 5, but hey, I played Chapter 6 as well. I hope you all can join me tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, but I'm going to be playing more Halo Infinite, Survive the Undead online multiplayer. I will be starting Nate's Review Warnings Away from the Academy tomorrow. No, sorry, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Christine Rousseau, welcome for the stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And if you guys want, you can follow me on all my social media sites. The link to it are down below for you guys, and also in chat. I post on there whenever I go live and all of that. So if you guys want, you can follow me on there. And I hope you all had a great night, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.